Hi, my name's Taylor Jordan, and I've decided to do the YouTube video for my presentation. And the essay topic is identity, the pursuit of acceptance, and the difficulties maintaining identity. This essay will be exploring the factors that affect a person's identity, societal pressures, how our own need to be accepted impacts one's identity, and the difficulties individuals face while trying to maintain their personal identities. What we all long for, Othello and the Brave New World, all have these similarities where their main characters face hardships with their own identities. Many people these days can relate to these characters. With all the outer influences, media, commercials, billboards, peer pressure, demands of success, we are swayed all kinds of ways, and in the process, we seem to lose who we originally were, our identity. With the loss of identity, people will conform to certain groups for their need to become accepted, because they don't know who they are anymore. This conformity creates a new identity for that person, which is shared among his or her peers in that certain group. The common saying in the music industry that an artist sells their soul for fortune and fame really means that they're just creating a new identity for themselves while destroying their old identity in hope of being accepted within the certain group, the music industry. Within Brave New World, Huxley does not allow for individual identity. Society is divided into sectors depending on their purpose for society, and largely their identity is shaped by these classifications. Although this is an extreme, there are many factors that do shape one's identity, such as when you see an actor or actress in a movie being liked by everyone, or a certain trait they have which you find really cool. Immediately you get this sense of wanting to be that person. As Tynan says in What We All Long For, no matter who you are, no matter how certain you are of it, you can't help but feel the thrill of being someone else. It's the wonder in it all. As people, we are curious beings and a bit nosy at times, so when you see someone else doing something different, you can't help but wonder how that life is. Bernard Marx says, "I am I, and I wish I weren't." He wants to be liked by the alphas. Instead, he is short and lacks the attractive qualities of an alpha. Because of this, he is mocked, turning him to act like an outsider. With the stresses of the present times, many people wish they could be that famous person on TV, leading them astray from their original identity. This may sound cliche, but what many don't understand is that the grass isn't always greener on the other side. Meaning, from the outside view, things might look all sunshine and rainbows, but from the inside, a person could be fighting their inner demons. As I'm growing up, I'm slowly learning that many things aren't as easy as they appear to be. There's politics involved. To be accepted is a surreal feeling when your identity has been weakened. As humans, we have a strong need for acceptance. That invincible feeling you get when you're with your group and nothing gets to you. This is kind of like playing hockey in Canada. Wherever you go, you know you always have the boys to hang out with who like the exact same things as you and who all shared the same childhood dream of playing in the show, which is the NHL. However, when you stop playing, you lose that connection and you must adjust to how other people live their life and try to fit into their groups. It's not an easy thing to do when your whole life is revolved around a hockey mindset, and suddenly you must be like everyone else, doing what you can to climb the ladder in the working life. Iago says, "I am not what I am," meaning there's a real face behind the mask that he's been putting on for everyone. I went from my comfortable self to feeling as if I had become someone else to adjust to the new society I've been put in. However, the more times you adjust to these social norms, the more you realize that you don't have to change for anyone. Put well by Natasha Sims in her article on biracial identity. As I've matured and grown, I have realized that my identity is my choice, not society's. Once you realize that you can control your identity without society influencing it, you can create your own self-fulfilling identity. Usually people develop an identity around people they admire and certain traits of those people have that suits that person's goals in life. However, some people can't do that and let society control who they are. Carla talks about Angie, who had to flee to another country due to an identity crisis. Everybody thought she was a whore. She wasn't. She tried to step across the border of who she was and who she might be. They wouldn't let her. She didn't believe it herself, so she stepped across into a whole other country. People need to go as far as escaping their own society to find a new one, which more so accepts them for who they are. As the captain of my hockey team, I had to be everything that a captain should be in everyone else's eyes. Even though I wasn't that person, I had to change my personality depending on who I was around within the community to be able to lead everyone. I had to adapt to my surroundings. It is the outer influences of life that determine who we are as people, either influencing people in a positive or negative way, depending on how that person takes it. Some might grow and prosper from the pressure that is put on them, while others might fear it and let it consume them. In Brave New World, Bernard Marx is consumed by the society he was brought up in, but after a while, he realizes that it doesn't have to be that way. He is no longer chained by the shackles of society. Throughout this essay, I explored the factors that shape someone's identity, specifically identifying one's longing for acceptance from society and the influences and pressures we feel from the people around us. Also, the struggles people deal with while attempting to preserve their original identities. All in all, that's how life on Earth works. As humans, we adapt and evolve to our societies, which shape our characters, furthermore laying the foundation for the next generation of identities. You are the product of your surroundings. The world is a large place, so if you feel like Bernard Marx did, there's always the option to move to a different country, society, where you can feel more alone. That's it, folks.